Hi, and welcome to this week's podcast of Tennis Volley Talk with Brian Danielson. Hey, this week, I'd like to be talking a little bit about what happened in Paris last week. And what it was is Alexander Zverev. He ended up beating Hugo Humbert, which is a Frenchman, and he made it through some good matches, a good, strong left-handed player. One of which I did see at the Ultimate Tennis Showdown whenever I was in Forest Hills, New York, this past September, and he was really good player, but he ended up losing in the finals to Alexander Zverev, 6-2, 6-2. But he played really good through the whole week, so it's up. Better for him from now on. He's a taller left-handed player. Doesn't have really overpowering strokes, but once he gets going, he can direct it really well, and he does have a very good wide kick-out serve to a righty's backhand. So he is really good in that way. And then today, we had a U.S. girl, CoCo Gauff, that ended up beat Qinwen Zhang from China 3-6, 6-4, 7-6 in a 3-hour and 4-minute match to take home the WTA Women's Final of the year. Big trophy on that, but she really dug down her heels and thought and how to win a match today. It was a thrilling match and a wonderful match to watch. She was down actually 5-3 in the second set, and came back and won it 6-4. No, 4-4. She was down 4-3. She was down one break. So 4-3 in the second, then brought it up, and then won 6-4 in the second set. And then she was down 5-3 in the third set, and then kicked it into high gear and just kept getting the ball back, and with her speed, her legs, and then her backhand, she just kept getting the ball over, and the forehand, she just kept getting it over the net, but a higher portion of the net with a lot of spin that was giving Zen a little bit of a hard time with trying to hit the higher backhands. So she ended up pulling it out, and good for her. And of all things, for the week work that she got, she's going to get almost like $5 million. That's a lot of money. Another thing that I heard on the tour, again, for the WTA Women's Tour, is that we do have Danielle Collins coming back. She decided that she's going to play another year in 2025, so the Danimal will be back, and hopefully she'll have as good of a year as she did last year, and we hope for the best for that. And I'm glad to see it, because I like her fiery personality out there. And then, of course, next week in Turin, Italy, we're going to have the final 8 of the men in their tournament ending year, which they are dividing it up in 2 groups. They have the Illie Nastasi group, and then in that group is going to be number 1 Jannik Sinner, number 4 Daniil Mendvediv, then number 5 Taylor Fritz, and then 7 Alex de Minaur, which I did see Alex in the Ultimate Tennis Showdown also when I was in Forest Hills, New York. So you YouTubers, if you like and comment, and let me know what you like about the podcast. If you like that, I do like doing over the phone interviews. I'll be having one this next week. And then also you YouTubers, if you then want to like, subscribe, and comment, and then I like doing everything, and just let me know in the comments. Please do. And then with that, in the John Newcombe group of that was number 2 Alexander Zverev, that ended up winning the Paris tournament last week. Number 3 is Carlos Alcaraz, And then number 5 is Casper Ruud. And then number 8 in the world is Andrey Rublev, which I did also see in Forest Hills at the Ultimate Tennis Showdown. So I've seen few of these people live and in action. So that was even being in New York, that was a fun trip to be able to see that event at the Forest Hills Westside Tennis Club too. So with that, what's your thought on who might win the men's final of everything? You got to probably go with the odds favorite, Jannik Sinner. I think he just has an all-around game right now. But then there's going to be a close second. I think maybe Daniil Mendvediv. And then you have Carlos Alcaraz and Alexander Zverev. Those two have a good chance to win too. But however, Alcaraz hasn't had the best year this year. He's lost to some people that actually found out how to play him better. And so he's lost to them. And then you have Andrey Rublev. If he could keep his game together and just not get frustrated and melt down, it would be good for him to do that. He's a good player, but he sometimes just melts down. If he gets playing bad, somebody gets in his head, he just loses it. Now, Taylor Fritz, he could have a chance, but he just hasn't been able to get over the hump with some of the higher players out there either. So I don't know. I'm going to probably go with Jannik Sinner and or Alexander Zverev that will take the title. And let me know in the comments, you YouTubers, if you like, subscribe and comment. Let me know in the comments who you think might win. And then also you podcasters, if you do want to like, subscribe, and comment. And then you're going to hear about the racket of the day pretty soon whenever I show it. So with that, I'm just kind of wondering what your thought is on that. And also with everything, are people still being able to play outside? I know here in Minnesota where I'm at, it's a little bit getting tough and it's getting colder out. So with me, it's just kind of hard to, unless you get a 55-degree day, which is not too bad. You just put the warm-ups on a little bit and then you can get out and play outside if there's some nets up. So right now there's a few nets up still, which is good for some of us that are diehard tennis fans that want to play outside. Soon it'll be playing inside. So, of course, I know that probably a lot of the southern states, Texas, Florida, Oklahoma, some of the warmer states out there still have tennis outside pretty much year round, I guess. And the nets stay up all year round in those places. I know that. So it makes it good if you're in a nice warmer state to be able to play pretty much year round all the time. With that. So let me know your comments and who you think's going to win the final of the final men's 8 tournament for that. And with that, I do want to then actually show you the racket of the day here. And this is actually a Wilson racket. Now, Wilson, it was founded in 1914 in Chicago, Illinois, by Thomas Wilson. And with that, he was a manufacturer of high-performance baseball stuff, like uniforms, baseball gloves, baseballs, and also the tennis rackets that he sold at Wilson Sporting Goods under the Wilson name, right there under the Wilson name. This is a little bit worn. It's called the Phantom racket. And endorsed by Don Budge. Now, Don Budge, actually, he was born in 1915 in June, passed away in 2000 in January. But he was the first player to on the tour to win all major slams consecutively. But he was the second man to do that and Fred Perry was the youngest man ever to do that. Fred Perry being from England, I believe it was. And then, with this racket here, I'm saying that with this racket, he was endorsing racket, and he was a professional up until the mid 50s when he finally retired. So this racket's probably in around about the 40s to 50s with this racket. So still pretty good shape racket, called the Phantom racket, Don Budge. There's a picture of Don Budge right there. And still with that, you still have the knots, the knotted part and the little strings here that kind of gives you an idea. It could be in the late 40s, early 50s when they had that. It was probably restrung with the nylon string back in the day. It does not have gut string in this racket, and it's still very tightly strung. So you could actually probably get out and still hit a tennis ball with this racket. You wouldn't want to hit it very hard, but you could still hit it, I'm sure. Just take it easy with it. So, that'd be kind of a cool thing to do, a throwback tournament. But like I said, you YouTubers, like, subscribe, and comment. If you like the racket of the day, I like doing it because of my collection I have behind me here. And you podcasters, you'll be able to see it by going to my YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk. Like, comment, and subscribe. With that, I just kind of wanted to, get into that part of it with the tournaments that had been played in Paris, and then the WTA Finals with CoCo Gauff winning. A big shout out to our American girl, CoCo Gauff, that played very excellent today. And then the upcoming men's Final 8 tournament that will be coming up in Turin, Italy. So I thank you very much. Keep watching, comment, get back to me. Let me know what you like me doing. I'll like to do it and see what I can do for you. And I thank you very much, and everybody have a very good week. Thank you.